Manchester in the early 1980s was a city virtually on its knees. Factories had fallen silent and jobs had gone. But when the lights go out, something else starts to glow.
The Hacienda, we were right out there on our own because we were like the new kids in town. I'm not sure everyone really liked us. They thought we were a bit mad.
As a point of fact, I'd like to give credit to the Manchester gay scene because they were doing ecstasy and mixing records when the Hacienda was still a boat showroom. So credit where it's due, but from commercially, without a doubt, the Hacienda did it.
I thought when I got the job at the Hacienda, it was going to be a proper job. It's the weirdest job I think anybody could have ever had. And it never actually made any money until Acid House started. And then the money was literally pouring in. Now I look back and I think, I am so proud and so lucky all of us were to have actually experienced that. It's amazing.
I'm Steve Lamack.
And I'm Alison Bell.
And in our new podcast, The Rise and Fall of Madchester, we tell the story of how an iconic music scene exploded through indie, dance and rave culture. And ultimately, how it unravelled.
They broke down barriers, most definitely, and created a movement, really, where people would disobey. And then when ecstasy hit, we dropped pills and we sniffed dust in this beautiful city of Rust, and it all changed.
It is absolutely amazing feeling when you're all so young and you don't feel as if you belong, but you just have these sort of dreams. And then when they come true, it is just absolutely fantastic.
Battery's ethos was probably chaos. When Rob was asked why he wanted to open this club, he said, because we've got nowhere to go. And I thought that was a great answer. We were making a scene for ourselves.
Featuring bands like the Stone Roses, Happy Mondays and New Order, we explore how this fusion of indie rock, dance and rave energy transformed Manchester before collapsing under addiction and financial chaos.
The clubs were getting more corporate, and once it gets more corporate, decisions are made based on money. With the Hacienda, decisions were never ever made on money. That was never ever added to the list of, is this a good thing to do?
So all the gangs came in. They wanted the door, they wanted everything. They just invaded the city centre. They hadn't done that before. It wasn't safe anymore. I always had a guest list. I didn't want a guest list anymore. I was like, no one's safe here. People get mugged in the toilets. And I'd already said to them, I'm leaving, I can't take this violence anymore.
Manchester was an insane time. It was madness. But you know what? I'm so pleased to be a part of it.
Tony came one night and we stood together in the DJ box, and Tony just said, just think, you've made this happen. And that compliment really made so much to me. And then he said, well, we're not making money, but we're certainly making history.
To hear the full story, search Madchester on BBC Sounds or listen wherever you get your podcasts.